Hi guys, my name is Amand. I'm a numerologist and a personal development coach. This video I'm making is for those that are in their personal year 6 but might likely have problems, tensions and conflict in their relationship or in their marriage during this year 2020. You know, the same way meteorology can predict a good or bad weather, can predict if it will be sunny or not, in the same way, numerology also can predict if a relationship will be peaceful or if it will be problematic. You know, during this year, some of those that are in their personal year 6 will enjoy their relationship, while others might have tensions and conflict in their relationship or in their marriage. So the purpose of this video is to help those ones that are in their personal year 6 but might likely have tensions and problems in their relationship, is to help them know the causes. What I mean is that is to help them know what can bring problems and tensions in their relationship or in their marriage this year. It will also help them know the period or the months of the year they might face some challenges or conflict in their relationship or in their marriage also. And finally, is to also help them know what to do to avoid their relationship or their marriage tearing apart. You may be wondering what I mean by personal year. Those that are familiar to numerology know what I mean, and they also know how to calculate it. But if you are not familiar to numerology, let me explain to you briefly what personal year means. In fact, a personal year is an indicative that helps all numerologists to know the upcoming events that might likely occur in everybody's life. It helps all numerologists to know if a relationship will be problematic or not. It helps all numerologists to know if someone will have problems and challenges in his working place, or if the person might also likely lose in job or not. They also help all numerologists to know if someone will have financial problems or not. So that is the essence of calculating a personal year for all numerology that are predicting what might likely happen in everybody's life. So, how can you calculate your personal year? It's very simple. To calculate your personal year, what you have to do is you do the addition of your date of birth plus your month of birth plus the universal year. Let's take example of someone that were born on 12 May. So how can we calculate the personal year of that person? To do it, we have to do the addition of the date of birth plus the month of birth plus the universal year. So the date of birth of the person is 12 and the month is May. So what we have to do is 12 plus 5. 5 because May is the 5th month of the year. So 12 plus 5 plus 2020. 2020 because we are looking for the personal year of that person in 2020 in this year. So 2020 is the universal year. So the result it will give us is 2037 after doing the addition of 12 plus 5 plus 2020. So we have the result is 2037, but in fact the result we are looking for, it should be a result with only one digit. I mean a result in between 1 and 9. So any other result beyond 9 has to be reduced also. So we need to reduce the 2037. So it will give us 2 plus 0 plus 3 plus 7. So the result it give us is 12. 12 is also beyond 9, so it need to be reduced. It will give us 1 plus 2, which is 3. So 3 is the personal year of someone that were born on 12th of May. So that's how you can calculate your personal year. So before you continue watching this video, I will advise you to make a break and calculate your personal year. If after calculation your personal year is 6, you have all interest to watch this video till the end. But if it is not 6, I will advise you to stop watching it, to not waste your data or your time, because this video is for those that are in their personal year 6. But before you stop watching it, I would like you to subscribe to my channel by clicking the subscribe button, so that whenever I release my video, you will be notified and be able to take advantage of it. Also, if your personal year is 5, I'll advise you also to search or to look for my previous video entitled Personal Year 5, how to avoid tensions and maintain peace in your relationship or in your marriage. That is the title of my previous video that concerns those that are in their personal year 5 in this year 2020. You that are watching this video till now, I assume that you are in your personal year 6. But it's not everybody that is in personal year 6 that will have problems and tensions in their relationship or marriage during this year 2020. No, some surely will have problems and tension, while others will perfectly enjoy their relationship or their marriage. Now, who are those that will have tensions and conflicts in their relationship or in their marriage this year 2020? The first set of those ones is those that were born in 1976, 1977, 1985, 1986, 1994, 1995, 2003, and 2004. Those ones are the first set of those that are in their personal year 6, but might likely have problems and tension during this year 2020. There is no specific period or specific month where they will have problems and tension. They just need to be very, very careful through all the year to avoid tensions and problems in their relationship or in their marriage. The second set of those that are in their personal year 6 but might likely have problems and tensions in their relationship or in their marriage this year 2020 is those that were born in November and December 1974, 1983, 1992, and 2001. I repeat, the second set of those that are in their personal year 6 but might likely have problems and tensions in their relationship or in their marriage this year 2020 is those that were born in November and December 1974, 1983, 1992, and 2001. The period they might face tensions and conflict in their relationship or in their marriage is the period from 1st of April to 13th of June. Now, what can bring problems in those people relationship? I will not be able to tell you guys what can be problem now, but at the end of this video, I will tell you guys what can bring problems and tensions in you guys relationship or marriage. So keep watching till the end and you'll know the causes of those tensions and what you can do to avoid tensions and problems in your relationship or in your marriage during that period. The third set of those that are in their personal year 6 but might likely have problems and tensions in their relationship or in their marriage this year 2020 is those that were born in March and April 1979, 1988, and 1997. The period for them to watch out, the period they need to be very careful. The period they might face tensions and conflict in their relationship or in their marriage is the period from 1st of April to 13th of June. The first set of those that are in their personal year 6 but might likely have some tensions in their relationship or in their marriage is those that were born in February and March 1974, 1983, 1992, and 2001. The period they might have some troubles in their relationship or in their marriage is the period from 1st of July to 13th of September 2020. The fifth set is those that were born in June, July 1979, 1988, and 1997. The period they also will have some tensions and troubles in their relationship or in their marriage is the period from 1st of July to 13th of September 2020. The last set is those that were born in February, March, June, and July 1972, 1981, 1990, and 1999. The period they may face some troubles or tensions in their relationship or in their marriage is the period from 1st of July to 13th of September 2020. Now, let me tell you what can bring problems and tensions in you guys' relationship or marriage during this year 2020. If you are a jealous type, I will advise you to control your jealousness. You know, when you become jealous, you become emotionally troubled, and that emotional disturb is what will make you become unhappy in the relationship because you will not be at peace with yourself, and that will also affect negatively your relationship or your marriage during those periods that I mentioned earlier. So just do your possible best to avoid being jealous during those periods that I mentioned, no matter what. Those that will like to achieve their financial or material goals from their relationship, especially the ladies that are staying in a relationship, will be doomed to failure. What I mean is that a relationship is not a money making where you can make money from to achieve whatever goals you have set for yourself. During those periods that I mentioned, your man might not be able to give you entirely satisfaction. He might not be able to respond to all your demands, and that will make you feel a little frustrated in the relationship. That will make you feel like, okay, he's not capable to give you entirely satisfaction, and that will even push you to start double dating when you have the opportunity. And all this is what will bring problems and tensions in your relationship during those periods that I mentioned. So I would like you to think of it a little bit. How much a man can give you to satisfy all your needs, all your demands. He'll just try. The man will just try. It's true that it's his duty to take care of you, but he can't give you entirely satisfaction. So you have to stop thinking that you can make money from your relationship to to achieve whatever goal you have set for yourself, so that you can be able to enjoy your relationship, so that you can avoid some tensions and a conflict that will damage your relationship unnecessarily. This is also the same for the married one, especially the new ones. Don't expect too much for your husband. Don't think that, okay, you can make money from your marriage to satisfy all your needs, to achieve your financial or your material goals. Your husband will try, but he might not be able to give you entirely satisfaction. You might feel during those periods that I mentioned that is not capable enough, and that is what will bring tensions and problems in the relationship or in the marriage. So just get it in your head, your husband cannot give you entirely satisfaction. When you understand that, you can be able to avoid some tension and conflict in your marriage, and able to enjoy your marriage also. For the men and some career women, I have advised them to not neglect their loved ones, to not neglect their home or their family, their fiancé during those periods that I mentioned, in name of making money or in name of looking for money. During those periods that I mentioned, many of them will be so busy looking for money, in the sense that they will neglect their loved ones, in the sense that they will neglect their wives, their girlfriend, fiance, etc. I know that we need money to take care of our loved ones, to take care of our wife, to take care of our girlfriend or fiancé. But in the same time we are looking for money, we should also create a little time for our loved ones, for our wives, our fiancé, to create a peace, or to maintain peace and harmony, to show them love in the same time, so that we can be able to avoid tensions and problems in the relationship or in the marriage. So even though you are so busy looking for money, I advise you to create a little time for your loved ones, so that you can be able to show them love, and to maintain peace and harmony in your relationship or in your marriage, to avoid a tension and conflict. Mm. So that's all I can say for now, for those that are in their personal issues but might likely have problem and tension in their relationship or in their marriage. Apart from all those things I just said now, there is still a little things that will bring some tensions and conflict in those people relationship or marriage, which I may not be able to say here now. But if you are in the case, you can write to me directly if you want to know more, or you can also visit my website, www.silamconsultant.com. From there, you can also send me a message so that I can be able to help you and to know more. So if you like this video, just click the like button and subscribe to my channel so that whenever I release new video, you'll be notified and be able to take advantage of them. Thank you.